Hey everyone, this is Goober from FactionFiles.com, and today we're going to go over gas regions as implemented in Alpine Faction 1.3. Now, gas regions are effectively volumetric fog zones. This is not a new object type. This has been in the game since its original release in 2001. It's just never worked. Now in Alpine Faction 1.3, it works. I will quickly note that it only works in the Direct 3D 11 renderer. If you launch the game in the Direct 3D 8 or 9 renderer, this is not going to show up. It's just going to be like it was in the base game. But the recommended renderer now in Alpine Faction 1.3 is the D3D 11 renderer, so we can definitely use gas regions in our levels. To make a gas region, you come over here and you just double click on the gas region, the same as you would any other object type. The properties here, if you come into it, you can either set a sphere or you can set a box. You can set the radius of the sphere, the dimensions of the box, the color, and the density. Like I said, these are volumetric fog regions. So this is going to be how thick the fog is, and this is going to be the color of the fog. Just to show you an example, I will set it to green and set it to 0.05. And we will have like a really thin haze of green. And if I come back here and set this to 1, for example, it will be a much, much, much thicker green color. There you go. Come into it, you can barely see anything. So at its very core, that is gas regions. I will note that there is a limit imposed of 32 gas regions on at any given time. That only applies to gas regions that are currently being rendered. If you turn a gas region off, you can then turn another one on. It's not a total limit for gas regions in the map. Speaking of turning them on and off, I will come over here to this test map here and show you some more advanced use of gas regions. There are 3 gas region specific events that have been implemented in Alpine Faction 1.3. We also have the anchor marker and anchor marker orient events, which can be used to drag and rotate gas regions the same as they can with push regions, lights, that sort of thing. So, of the 3 gas region specific events, the first one here is gas region state, which is what's used to toggle gas regions on and off, as I mentioned a second ago. This works exactly the same as the other state events in the editor, like bolt emitter state, particle state, push region state, those sorts of things. Essentially, a positive pulse from a trigger or an event or anything like that directly to the state event will turn the linked gas region on. A negative pulse, in this example, from a route node that is set to invert here, negative is going to turn the gas region off. So to show you how that works, if I press this button right here, it's going to toggle the gas region off. That was the negative. And press it again, it'll toggle it back on. There you go. Second event is modify gas region. This is the event that we're going to use to modify the color and the density of our gas region, as well as set a transition time, which is going to be the amount of seconds over which the smooth transition from its current color, whatever that is, to its destination color and density is going to take. So to show you how that works, press this button here. At the moment, you can see it's kind of like this teal green. If I press this button, it's going to fade into a very thick red. There we go. If I press this button again, it will fade from that into this really thin blue color. The last, sorry, and I should just go through the densities as well real quick. So as you can see here, this is the blue one. And this is 0.05 for a density. That's why it was really thin. This here is the kind of reddish orange one. And this is 0.7, which is why it was a lot thicker. The last event that's specific to gas regions is resize gas region. This can be used to change the dimensions of the gas region, the shape of the gas region, and set the transition time, just like modify gas region, from its current state to whatever its destination state is as defined in this event. So I'll show you that. As you can see right now, our gas region is kind of like this vertical box. If I press this, it is going to slowly transition into a cube, which is, I think, 10 by 10. And then if I do this again, it will make the slow transition into this smaller 1 by 1 cube. This one back here is another button that is linked up to other resize gas region events, but this one here is going to change it into a sphere. So I press this, it transitions into a large sphere. Press it again, it transitions into a smaller sphere. And you can, of course, couple these. So if I do that, and then press this. It's going to turn into a sphere which has our blue color. This, it's going to toggle it on and off. This vent right here is what's hooked up to the keyframe that has the anchor marker in it. So this here is going to make it move back and forth. So we now have this kind of blue tint that is moving back and forth across our level. Press this button, turns into a really thick red tint. There we go. So that is kind of the basics of gas regions. I have some other examples over here showing how they could be used. Let's get that out of the way. So this is kind of like this blue hologram effect, kind of similar to what I've got zooming across the map up there. This is like a really thick pink effect. I have no idea what you might want to use this for. I don't know. You want to make Candyland, go for it. And this here is kind of like this red, like almost God ray kind of effect. Or not red, sorry, yellow kind of almost God ray effect. So as you can tell, like there is a lot of power that exists with these. You just kind of have to experiment and find the effect that you're looking for in your map. I can't wait to see everything, all the cool levels that everybody comes up with that use this new feature. I hope you enjoy it. I hope this tutorial has been useful. I'll catch you in the next one.